Did you know that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, owns a ranch so vast it seems endless? Imagine 170,000 hectares of land, a true rural empire hidden in the heart of the United States. What is the daily life of one of the world's richest men like in this isolated paradise? And why did he invest so much in a property of this size? Get ready, because what you're about to discover will change your perspective on wealth and power. I'm Juninho Mello, and this is Celebrities Farm, your space to explore the most impressive properties owned by celebrities. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave your like. That way, you won't miss any updates about the world's greatest ranches. When we talk about Jeff Bezos, most people think of technology, innovation, and a billion-dollar fortune built through Amazon. But few know that beyond his digital empire, he has also invested heavily in a true rural fortress. Jeff Bezos's ranch, with an impressive 170,000 hectares, is located in the state of Texas, United States, a region famous for its vast plains and livestock tradition. But what drives a tech magnate to buy such a colossal property? Is it an investment, a refuge, or a silent symbol of power? These are questions many ask, but the answers reveal much more than simple financial interests. Bezos Ranch is not just a leisure area or a passive investment. It is directly linked to one of the most ambitious projects of his life: space exploration. Yes, you heard that right. The property is near the base of Blue Origin, the space exploration company founded by Jeff Bezos. The vast land ensures safety, privacy, and absolute control of the area, ideal for rocket launches and tests. It also allows Bezos to live away from the spotlight while closely overseeing one of the greatest technological advancements of the century. But the ranch is not just a strategic center. It is also a tribute to the roots of the American lifestyle, with typical activities like cattle raising, horseback riding, and preserving the local environment. From the outside, it looks like a bucolic and serene landscape. But those who understand the context see a territory carefully chosen to represent strength, vision, and independence. And had you ever imagined that behind the man who revolutionized e-commerce is someone deeply connected to the land and the future of humanity? Indeed, the story of Jeff Bezos's ranch is, above all, a lesson about strategic vision, lifestyle, and power. Now, tell me, if you had $1 billion fortune, would you invest in a ranch like this or choose other types of businesses? Share your opinion in the comments. To understand the grandeur of Jeff Bezos's ranch, we need to carefully analyze each of its aspects. First, the size: 170,000 hectares, equivalent to more than 230,000 soccer fields. This impressive scale not only guarantees total privacy, but also allows for a multitude of strategic uses. One of the main highlights is the integration of the ranch with Blue Origin. The proximity facilitates the transport of equipment, the execution of confidential tests, and even the construction of secure facilities for future space missions. It's no exaggeration to say that part of the private space race is being fueled directly from this immense rural property. Another fascinating point is how Bezos balances cutting-edge technology with respect for tradition. On the ranch, traditional practices like cattle raising coexist harmoniously with state-of-the-art facilities. This reflects an interesting philosophy. For Bezos, progress and tradition are not opposites, but rather complementary. Additionally, the ranch serves as a true laboratory for sustainable innovation. The use of clean energy, preservation of native areas, and responsible livestock management show that profitability and environmental conservation can go hand in hand. Bezos, who has publicly expressed his concern about climate change, seems to put these values into practice on his property. And we cannot forget the personal role this ranch plays in the billionaire's life. In interviews, he has revealed that he enjoys retreating to isolated places to reflect, rest, and, of course, plan his next business moves. The ranch is, therefore, a space for introspection, where revolutionary ideas can emerge, far from the chaos of big cities. This lifestyle raises a powerful reflection. At the peak of success, is true luxury really about having more money, or about having more time, space, and freedom? Bezos seems to understand this well, building for himself a refuge where he can be in touch with nature while running vast business empires. Remember, great achievements require long-term vision, the courage to take risks, and often the ability to isolate oneself for strategic thinking. This is one of the greatest lessons we can take from exploring Jeff Bezos's impressive ranch. As we delve even deeper into the story of Jeff Bezos's ranch, we realize that it is much more than just a rural property. It represents the embodiment of a life philosophy that unites strategic isolation, technological innovation, and a deep connection with nature. One of the most intriguing aspects is the exact location of the property. Situated in West Texas, the region is known for its arid climate, with vast desert areas and mountains. This environment offers strategic advantages for aerospace testing. Sparse populations nearby, ample free airspace, and stable weather conditions. It is no coincidence that Blue Origin chose this region to build its rocket launch site. But there is also a symbolic dimension. The desert has always been seen as a space for introspection, challenge, and resilience. Just as pioneers and explorers crossed these lands centuries ago, Bezos seems to be following the same path, but now towards space. The choice of location, therefore, carries personal and historical significance. Another impressive feature of the ranch is the famous installation called the Clock of the Long Now. This monumental clock, designed to run for 10,000 years, is being built inside a mountain on Bezos's property. The idea is to provoke deep reflection about time, responsibility to future generations, and the need to think beyond the short term. This project, in addition to its remarkable engineering, shows how Bezos sees his property as a legacy for humanity. It is not just a space for business or leisure, but a symbol of the need to think big and act with a long-term vision. Moreover, the ranch reinforces the concept that great leaders often need spaces of isolation to create, reflect, and innovate. History is full of examples. From philosophers to entrepreneurs, many have sought the solitude of nature to find inspiration and mental clarity. Bezos follows this pattern, using his ranch as a creative refuge where he can develop new ideas far from the distractions of the corporate world. Finally, it is impossible not to reflect on how the property illustrates Jeff Bezos' power and influence. He has not only amassed one of the largest fortunes on the planet, but he has also built a space where he can shape the future, whether through space exploration, sustainability, or the preservation of traditional cultural values. In an increasingly fast-paced and connected world, Jeff Bezos's ranch reminds us that sometimes it is necessary to slow down, connect with nature, and look toward the horizon with ambition and purpose. After all, as Bezos himself once said, we must be willing to bet on big ideas, even when they seem impossible. After learning all the details about Jeff Bezos' billion-dollar ranch, it's impossible not to reflect on the impact this property has on his journey and on the future of humanity. Throughout this video, we raised several questions. Is the ranch merely an investment, a personal refuge, or a symbol of power and strategic vision? The answer is that it represents all of that and much more. The ranch is a reflection of Bezos' personality, ambitious, strategic, and deeply connected to the future. It is not just a physical place, but an extension of his worldview, where innovation, sustainability, and introspection go hand in hand. The proximity to Blue Origin's base shows how this property is at the heart of one of today's most audacious projects, expanding humanity's presence in space. Bezos doesn't just want to conquer new markets. He wants to help define the next steps of civilization. And for that, he has created the ideal environment where he can experiment, create, and prepare. Additionally, the ranch teaches us a valuable lesson about the importance of balancing intense work with moments of isolation and reflection. In an increasingly hectic world, Bezos has chosen a space where he can reconnect with nature, think long-term, and devise strategies to turn his ideas into reality. This example inspires all of us to rethink how we conduct our lives and businesses. Are we setting aside enough time to reflect on our next steps? Are we investing in environments that stimulate our creativity and vision for the future? Jeff Bezos's ranch is therefore more than just a property. It is a symbol of the power of strategic vision, the importance of thinking big, and the courage needed to turn dreams into concrete projects. If you enjoyed learning all the details about Jeff Bezos's impressive billion-dollar ranch, don't stop here. I recommend you also watch the other 2 videos now appearing on the screen. They will surely broaden your perspective even further on the world of millionaire properties and the extravagant lifestyles of the world's most famous personalities. Before closing, I want to leave you with an inspiring message. Remember that great achievements start with a bold vision and the courage to take the first step. Just as Jeff Bezos turned his ideas into empires, you too can achieve your goals, as long as you believe in your potential and act with determination. And now, my final invitation. Comment below this phrase: I made it to the end. I'm persistent. I will succeed in life. I want to know who the determined people are who watch our videos all the way to the last second. Congratulations to you who made it this far. It shows that you are someone committed, curious, and always eager to learn more. Keep following us here on Celebrities Farm, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel and leave your like. See you in the next video.